What if I told you that one of the biggest moves in Lisa's career didn't happen on a concert stage or at a fashion event, but quietly behind the scenes? For years, the world has known Lisa as one of the most influential K-pop stars of all time. She has broken streaming records, dominated global fashion campaigns, and performed in front of millions of fans across the world. Every time she steps into the spotlight, headlines follow almost instantly. But lately, something very different has been happening. Instead of making noise with another performance, Lisa appears to be focusing on building something much bigger, something designed to last far beyond her years as an idol. That vision has a name: LLOUD. When Lisa introduced LLOUD in 2024, many fans saw it as an exciting new chapter in her solo career. It represented freedom, creativity, and complete control over her own projects. But looking back today, that announcement may have meant far more than anyone realized at the time. Because what looked like a simple business launch may actually have been the first step in a much larger plan. Recently, fans discovered publicly available business registration records connected to LLOUD in Los Angeles, California. Within hours, screenshots of those documents spread rapidly across social media, triggering discussions throughout the K-pop community. People weren't just talking about the company itself. They were looking at what those records could reveal about Lisa's growing role behind the scenes. According to the registration documents being widely shared online, Lisa is listed in executive positions within the registered U.S. entity, including Chief Executive Officer, along with several other corporate roles. While those records have generated enormous excitement, it's important to understand that they reflect the company's registration structure and should not automatically be interpreted as a newly announced appointment by Lisa or LLOUD. Even so, the documents reinforce something many fans had already believed. Lisa isn't simply representing her company. She's helping lead it. And that changes the conversation completely. Because this is no longer just the story of a global superstar releasing new music. It's becoming the story of an artist building a business. An artist creating opportunities beyond albums, tours, and endorsements. An artist thinking years, perhaps even decades, into the future. And then there's Los Angeles. A city that has shaped the careers of countless musicians, actors, producers, and entrepreneurs. For decades, Los Angeles has been one of the world's most important entertainment capitals. Expanding a company there isn't just about opening another office. It's about entering one of the most competitive creative markets on the planet. So why Los Angeles? Why now? And could this expansion be part of a much bigger vision that Lisa has been quietly building all along? The answers may reveal a side of Lisa that many people have never truly seen. Before we continue, if you enjoy deep stories about Blackpink, K-pop, and the business behind the world's biggest stars, make sure to subscribe because what we're about to uncover might completely change the way you look at Lisa's future. For many celebrities, creating a company is often seen as a way to manage personal projects. It can simplify business decisions, organize partnerships, and provide more creative freedom. But in Lisa's case, many fans believe LLOUD represents something much bigger than that. Over the past few years, Lisa has steadily transformed from being known only as a performer into someone whose influence reaches almost every corner of the entertainment industry. Music is only one part of her story. Fashion houses compete to work with her. Luxury brands recognize her global appeal. Major events invite her because they know her presence alone can generate worldwide attention. That kind of influence doesn't happen overnight. It is built through years of consistency, discipline, and the ability to connect with audiences across different cultures. Perhaps that's why the recent attention surrounding LLOUD has sparked so much curiosity. When fans began examining the publicly available registration records connected to the company's expansion into Los Angeles, they weren't simply looking at paperwork. They were trying to understand what those documents might say about Lisa's long-term vision. The records indicate that Lisa is listed in key executive positions within the registered U.S. entity. For many fans, that detail wasn't surprising. Ever since LLOUD was introduced, Lisa has consistently presented the company as a reflection of her own creative direction. And in today's entertainment industry, control can be one of the most valuable assets an artist can have. Many global performers eventually reach a point where they begin thinking beyond the next album or the next world tour. They start asking bigger questions. How do I protect my creative vision? How do I build something that lasts? How do I create opportunities that extend beyond my own career? Those questions have shaped the journeys of many successful artists around the world. Now, fans are wondering whether Lisa is following a similar path. Of course, no one outside her inner circle knows every detail of her long-term plans. There has been no official announcement describing exactly what LLOUD will become in the coming years. But that's precisely what makes this story so fascinating. The possibilities remain open. Some believe LLOUD will continue focusing primarily on Lisa's solo career. Others imagine it could eventually grow into a broader entertainment company with projects reaching far beyond music. At this stage, those ideas remain speculation. What is confirmed is that LLOUD continues to establish its presence, and the Los Angeles registration has drawn even more attention to Lisa's role as both an artist and a business leader. And timing may be one of the most interesting parts of this story. Lisa is entering a period of her career where her global recognition has never been stronger. She has built an audience that stretches far beyond K-pop. Millions know her through fashion. Millions more discovered her through television, brand collaborations, and international events. Every new project expands her reach even further. That growing influence naturally creates new opportunities, not just for performances, but for business. Because in today's entertainment world, success is no longer measured only by chart positions. It's also measured by ownership, by creative independence, by the ability to build something that can continue growing for years to come. And that's exactly why so many people are paying attention to LLOUD. Because whether this expansion is simply an operational step or the beginning of something much larger, only time will reveal the answer. But here's where the story takes another unexpected turn. As fans looked deeper into Lisa's recent activities, many began noticing a series of decisions that suddenly seemed connected in ways they hadn't realized before. Individually, each move appeared ordinary. Together, they may reveal a strategy that has been quietly unfolding for much longer than anyone imagined. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. And perhaps that's what makes Lisa's journey so different from many other global stars. Every major step she takes seems carefully planned, revealing only enough to spark curiosity while leaving fans eager to discover what's coming next. Whether it's a new music project, an international partnership, or the continued growth of LLOUD, each announcement feels like another piece of a much larger puzzle. Right now, no one outside Lisa's team knows exactly where that puzzle will lead. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Lisa is no longer building only a successful career. She is building a legacy. And if the recent developments surrounding LLOUD are any indication, the most exciting chapter of that legacy may only be beginning.